know about most of you, and I said the thing that I'm not supposed to say in my homiletics class right there. I don't know about most of you. But I can say it this week because I'm not being graded on it. I probably do know about most of you. I think for most of us, the idea of being broken is a very difficult thing. The idea that we should be happy and feel blessed during times that we're broken seems a little bit difficult for me to comprehend. We've had a very difficult month and a half around our country and around our world. Let's take a moment to recap in case we've missed any of what's happened for us. In June, the SNHR published in its monthly report a document that explained that 1,271 civilians were killed in Syria in June alone. 6,567 civilians have been killed in the first half of 2016. Mind-blowing devastation. On June 12th, while many young people were enjoying music and dancing at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, one man opened fire, killing 49 people and injuring 53 more before dying himself. The worst terror in the United States since 9/11. And that attack took place almost to the day, a year after the Emmanuel AME Church, when Daniel Roof entered and killed 9 people. On July 2nd in Baghdad, at least 250 people were killed. On July 5th, Alton Sterling was shot and killed in Baton Rouge. And less than 24 hours later, Philando Castillo died in his front passenger seat in Minnesota. On July 7th, in the morning going into the 8th, during peaceful protests in Dallas, Micah Johnson killed 5 police officers and injured 11 other people. Then there's the attacks and the killings in Bangladesh. The 84 people killed on the 14th in Nice, France. And then just last night in Turkey, we had 194 people who were killed in a coup that was raised up by the military against their elected government. Broken? Yes. Broken systems, broken people. And brokenness often leads to fear, and fear to violence. I was watching the news before I came here tonight. Bad idea. And one of the things that they were talking about was how in 2 days the Republican National Convention is in Cleveland. They're expecting 50,000 people to be coming to the city, and they were talking about the fact that it is an open carry state. The concern for security around the RNC has brought in 2,500 extra police officers from around the country who were sworn in today. 2,000 riot gear suits were arrived this week. And fear reigns. Turkey is begging the United States to come over and help restore peace and stop the violence. And France is requesting that we send back the support that we had sent there all the way back in January of 2015, probably Charlie Hebdo. But being in positions of power doesn't seem to be keeping anybody much safer. Helping us to feel less fearful or preventing more brokenness I suggest not. So what do? We who live in this time and location, we who can't help but hear the news and watch the pain and the terror in our own land and in lands far off, what do? I think that if we spend our time trying to figure out how to do it on our own, buying into the world's idea that we need to be powerful to succeed, that we need to be strong to win, and we will continue to be fearful. We will continue to be broken and to break others, and we will continue to grasp for all the wrong things and ask all the wrong questions. So is there a different way? Yes, there is a different way. Let us remember instead that we are followers of the greatest king in the greatest kingdom. That kingdom is not of this world. And let us look to Jesus to remember that he also walked on this earth. God came to this world. He came to deal with our fear, with the power, with the brokenness. He may not have come and seen in the flesh the semi-automatics, or the trucks, or the helicopters flying overhead. But he did see people stoned. He did hear the cries of people imprisoned, and he himself died at the hands of an empire that was scared of a different way. They used power, remember, to kill the Son of God. He knows what we are going through, and he gave us a blueprint for how to handle it. The Beatitudes, I suggest, are part of that plan. As I explained last week, we are called to come to those who are in need. We're called to stand up for the weak and the powerless. And we're called to give voice to the voiceless. And as I wrote that, I thought, that's not even accurate. We are in fact called not to speak for them, but to be quiet and listen so that they can speak for themselves. We need to realize that the brokenness is a call to be vulnerable, and in that vulnerability comes the gift from God. When we are broken, when we are the one in the ditch, as we talked about last week, we need others to come to us and to help us, to support us, to stand up and protect us. And we have a God who will do that for all of his children. When we are broken, we have to let go of our ego. We have to let go of our piety. We have to let go of our distrust in people that we have not trusted before. This, my friends, is the gift that we can find in our brokenness. We see those who may have been overlooked. We hear the voices of those who were just a whisper. We taste the salt and the sweat and the blood of our struggle. And we know that we are no different from our brothers and sisters who are on the same journey. We feel the hand of a stranger reaching out to pull us up. The hand of God in the form of our neighbor, or a stranger, or even somebody that we thought was our enemy. My friends, it is in our brokenness that we can see God. It is in the others' times of brokenness that we are called to be the hands, the feet, the ears, and the face of Jesus for them. Blessed are the broken.